Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Time HVAC. It's Sunday. Got pretty nice weather right now. It's been raining for the last 2 days. I got another tool bag I wanted to kind of show you. This was the one I had before, which I think I've done a video on this. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look, but I liked it because of the strap mostly, and it didn't carry a lot, but it carried enough for, you know, like just a little service work or something. But it just ended up being too much trouble trying to get things in and out, and I'm just getting too crowded in here with my meter, so I let my son use that one. And I got this new one now that I'm using, and it's a DeWalt Tough System 2.0, and that's the one you can put with the pack outs and everything. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and show you the pockets I have here. We'll do one pocket at a time. And we'll try to not take a lot of time, but I wanted to show you what I put in this first pocket that works out for me, fits good for me. This is the one I use. This is the square bit that I use on breakers and my electrical stuff. Here's another screwdriver that I use mostly for the breakers because of the size of the end of it, works better. And then I got my 7-in-1, I think it's a 7-in-1, Klein nut driver. This I love. It's really a good tool, very handy, and everything fits nice and neat where I like it. And this is the light that I don't want to shine right in the, but it's got three different lights. They're really bright. I like them. And it's got magnets here, one here and here, and a hook too. So it's very handy and very bright. I can put it on the equipment and just aim it where I want it. You just have to keep it charged. And the thing about it, charged, when it goes out, it goes out. So if you're in an attic with this, you might want to have a backup because you'll be in the dark. So, okay, and then in this one, I have my another screwdriver. It has the different bits in the back. I don't know who makes this. Cobalt. I've had this long. My son got me this. I've had this a long time. I really like it. I use it a lot. Okay, and up here, I keep my old time, because I'm old time. Most people don't even use these anymore, but I like them. They work for me. And then my side cutters, my Klein side cutters, which I really like. And then I just keep a Phillip and a straight in this pocket. It fits good and snug. It doesn't move around on me. Then I keep my Allen wrenches set. I keep it right here. Now I could put more in this front pocket, but I don't want to load these up to where it's hitting this and then it's, you know, hard to get it. I don't need to crowd it out because you can see I got so much area that I can put tools. And then of course my refrigeration wrench, what I call it, I don't know what you call it. And I finally got a magnet, guys. I've been trying to fight with these little clamps and everything else for these door switches, and I finally found a magnet that I can just stick up there and you know, the old Linux, they have a little piece that when you take the cover off and move it, it holds that down. They thought everything was Linux, but not everything is Linux. But anyway, so that's where I keep that. It just sticks to it. I don't have to try to find a pocket for it. Sticks right to that. When I need it, it's quick to get to. And then that's my front pocket. And then I just throw my work gloves, the gloves that I kept my fingers out of so I can use my phone better. I put that right down there because this is the one I usually go to. When I go on a service call, this is where most of my needs are, right here. Now, outside of the meter back here, of course, but I can't get the meter in the front. So that's where I keep all that. And this little hook is handy for these are the keys to the van or install van. And I have my lock for my gas caps and everything right there handy. And that's works out good. It's working out good so far. Now I know I said I liked that because it was light and quick. This is a little heavier, but it's definitely got more everything I need here. I hardly ever have to go to the truck for anything outside of a part. So, okay, that was the first pocket. So I'm going to take all this out and show you where I put it back in just a minute. So let me get all this out and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I took everything out of the second compartment that I have in my DeWalt bag that there's some better bags out there. I will say, my son's got some nice ones, but he's been ordering them out. I can't remember the brand, but this is handy to me because it's sold up here at our local Lowe's, so I can get things up here. And this is close as what pretty close to what he's getting some of the things. Okay, so the second one I usually do my 5/16 and quarter nut driver. I usually put them right here in the front. I don't use these as much now that I've got that 7-in-1. These are not used as much. Sometimes when you can't reach it, these come in handy though. Okay, and then in this I just have a 3/8, 5/8, and this old screwdriver. I'll put these right here together. This old screwdriver, I just use that to twirl that fan. You know, when you go up on a call and the fan's not turning, but it's making a groaning noise and the compressor's working. Usually I will just use this because it'll get down where I need it usually. And spin that fan to see if that capacitor's the issue or if the fan's so tight it won't move, you know. All right, and what else do I have in the front? I got my, I don't know if y'all have one of these, but it is handy, especially when you're doing these ductless systems. It's the locking vise crescent wrench. I really like it. That's the one thing I use. Anytime I'm doing an oil line or gas line, I always use this for your helper wrench. Then I got my two smaller crescent wrenches. Go right beside that, if you can see that. So it's fairly organized, easy to get to, and not a whole lot of stuff in the way. Now this pocket's deeper, so I can put deeper things in. Now this even tells you where you can put your drill for your screws, for your door panels and stuff. So it goes good there. Let me see, I'm gonna get the right order. This is just the Craftsman little socket set that I use sometimes when you need it. It's there right in the bottom. I don't even notice it's there. It's so out of the way, I don't even notice it. And then I'll keep some extra batteries, of course, for my lights. And the light, which I said always keep an extra light when you have a battery chargeable light, because they will go out in a split second on you. You always got to keep, if I'm going to go in the attic, I'm not going to just take the light that's got the charging on it. I want that backup. Okay, and then I keep some extra AA and AAA batteries in this also. Oh, wait a minute, I've done that in the wrong order because these go in this way. Kind of got a way they got to go so everything fits. And then these are just your terminal kits, your spade connectors, things like that. I just keep in a little medicine bottle. Unfortunately, we have a lot of medicine bottles. A lot of extra medicine bottles. Okay, and then I keep my batteries right in front of those because they sit flat. And I'll give you kind of a peek in there when we get this back in there, everything in there. And then an extra lighter, I just keep it over here. Aside my dikes, I call them the big cutters. And then this goes right in, not in that pocket. Not that one, that's where I just put that lighter. I don't want it in there, it's too deep. Okay, there. And of course, don't forget the meter. It's got a pocket in here that's good and deep for the meter. I don't have to try to keep fighting with it to get it in there. It fits right in there. Well, pretty much. Sometimes I gotta encourage the leads to go in, but most times I just stick it right in there. And it does really well right there, stays put. I always keep an extra pair of gloves that I haven't cut the fingers out of yet, just to have. And then the smaller pocket on the end, I'll keep a valve stem remover, a little retractable magnet, small screwdriver for the thermostats, and the lighter. That's all I'll put in there. But it has to be a certain way or the lighter won't go in. Alright. So that's everything I have in the second little area. As you can see, it's still pretty well organized. And everything has its place, and I love that. So I'm always really, I love being able to look right there and grab it. And it also helps you when you're done with something, you can look at it and say, okay, if something missing, make sure it's in there before you zip your pocket up. And then you won't lose your tools as much, like I do all the time. And then on this little side pocket here that comes with it, I just stick a little dirt brush in there. Extra knife. Of course, I keep a knife and a little Leatherman on my side at all times anyway when I'm working. Keep an extra pen, marker, handy place to have it, quick to access. And over here, I already told you about the keys on the front. Over here, just your extra tape. Okay, so I'm going to get on this back pocket here and I'll show you. And again, this also has a strap, very good, comfortable cushion strap that is helps you, because this thing's heavy. I would say 30 pounds at least probably, but you know, I tried this, like I said, the smaller one, but there's still stuff I had to go back and get in the truck, and I just decided to try to put as much as I can carry. I'm not carrying it too far. Usually my son carries it for me anyway. But, so I'm going to take these things out of this pocket. It's not a whole lot here, so we'll just keep rolling here. I got the zip ties that I just keep in this pocket. Let's see what else is in there. Awesome. Extra gloves for oil furnaces mostly. Can't stand to get that oil over my hands. Needle nose, infrared sensor, temperature, and my broken mirror that I'm still using, and putty knife right in this little pocket. This was the clamp that I got in hopes of trying to keep the door switch down. It hasn't been very helpful, so that's why I'm glad I finally found that magnet to start using it. So let me see here. I'm going to put some things back as I go here. And, oh, I got my glasses. I always got 60 and over. I always have to have a pair of readers, magnifying readers, because these wiring diagrams sometimes and directions on things are so small I can't see anything on them. So I got to have that for backup. Sometimes I wear 2 glasses at once. And then my little stubby with the different fittings, different Philip, different things, star bit, everything's on that little stubby. That's real handy and easy to get to. I want to be able to get it right out. I don't want to have to dig for it. Okay, and I think, let me put this back real quick and then we'll start on this little pocket right in front. Extra gloves. Now, let me get this back. And this goes here. And, oh, I didn't tell you what this was. It's mostly just extra fittings, extra. These are what I pump a unit down with. I'll use this with my little socket wrench. It's a lot quicker to pump down with. I do have those other ones, but they're kind of bulkier than that little one, so I end up using it most of the time when I'm pumping the system down. Okay, and then that's everything in there. I always keep an extra pair of scissors in there for gaskets or whatever. And I'm sure you all have had to use one of these a few times. I have to keep that with me. You get to a unit that in the wintertime, especially, you have a board on the furnace that's not letting the blower come on, which is a lot of them. I always put this on to get them going until we get a board. It gets their blower running. It doesn't have the time as far as the delayed where it'll run longer, but it definitely keeps them heating, keeps them warm until we can get a board. So I've never had anybody say, I don't like that part you put on it. It kept them warm. So okay, and then on this little zip pocket here, it's a mesh, pretty tough mesh. It's not soft or flexible. It's tough enough, nothing's going to fall through really. Let me turn it back around and push that down. So let me see what I got in there about everything. I'm going to just take everything out and put it back and show you what I got in there that way. I really got a little more than I need in there probably. But like I said, it's heavier, but when I need it, it's there. I made a lot of trips back and forth to the vehicle with this stuff. And I don't mind. It's not really too hard to carry because with the handle and the shoulder strap, you know, I can pick that up and then keep my handle or my shoulder strap on there. Some of this stuff actually needs to go back into a container. These are just extra parts we had on something I put in the other day. I threw them in there. I'm bad about that too. If I get something extra and I don't have any place to put it at the time, I'll throw it in here. But I'll try to get it out of there. I'll try to clean it back out. So I know that don't belong there, so that gets it out of the room, but I need to get it out of my bag so I don't start piling it up. Just a little thermistor. It comes with my meter. Everything, I don't know if you can see that very good. These are just extra spade connectors. I had two. Oh, well, I thought I had two. I only have one. I've already lost one. Something. I got to think where I was last. Okay, and there's also spade connectors. And one of you made a suggestion about getting those medicine organizers. And I thought that was a good idea. And I think I have some here. We just haven't. I asked my wife about it. We'll have to look them up because I know we have some. And that would be better to have one organized system to put all these little pieces in, like the butt connectors and spade connectors and things. And fuses, instead of having these separate ones. I really like that idea, and I will definitely try to do that once I find them. I know we got them. This is just a step down bit. Not really part of a service, but I have had to use it now and then on installs, and we have some in the van as well, but like I said, I just love grabbing it right there and having it. Extra screws that will probably go back on the install van. I don't need this stuff. These are my meter, clamps on my meter. I throw them in there. Anything small and loose like that, if you can throw it in here, even though it's a little trouble digging for it, it's a lot better, for me anyway. And my pop-off fuse. Extra jumper wire. I would like to get those magnet type, but I've seen them used, and I can see where they would kind of maybe not be, you know, jump to something you don't want to jump to if the power is on. I'm thinking about getting them, but I might just get better clamp-ons. And that's my Allen wrench set. Which you could also, I can use these for my pump downs. Like I said, they're bulky. By the time you get that 3/8 wrench on there, sometimes you don't have enough space to really work. So that little one works better for me right now, but I'll still keep them handy. You never know. This is my ductless or mini split adapter. Keep that close by. I probably ought to get more just because I'm bad about losing things. And the rest, as you can see, is just these. I got to get a little thing for something to put these in. But right now, I'm going to just stick them back in there. Maybe another little medicine bottle. Anyway, that's pretty much. I keep a couple extra. These actually come on a fan, and they cover the leads you're not using on your speeds. And the speeds I did use, I said, I'm going to keep these, because that might be handy somewhere. That goes in the van, so all this stuff will go back. Yeah, no, I'll put it in there. Because if I don't, and these are my jumpers. You want your jumpers and your pop-off usually in there last, because that's the first thing you're going to grab. And these are just, I use them on electric furnaces. I don't put the spade connector with the plastic on it, because that plastic will melt. If they're a little bit loose connection, you're going to melt that plastic right off of them. So I always use all metal. Extra Romex connector. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to put the jumpers in there where I can grab them quick. And my pop-off fuse. And so you can see it. It sets it pretty quick, pretty easy. And I think that's pretty much everything on it. Like I said, it is heavy. I haven't weighed it. I haven't weighed myself with it, but you can adjust this strap to where your hand's right there at the handle to help you with that. But it's not really that heavy. And I mean, I've had to walk real far, but everything is there that I need more so than this. Even though I did like the strap with this and it's still usable, I'm going to continue to use it. And I have 2 or 3 more bags I had before. I'm going to make probably a metal bag out for our installs and put all our metal tools in there. So appreciate you checking in with me. This is a beautiful Sunday. I think tomorrow is Memorial Day. Hope you all have a great Memorial Day. Hopefully you won't have to work. But if you do, take it easy and have a safe day. And like and subscribe if you would. Appreciate you checking on my channel.